Max Verstappen has finally admitted there is a chance he could win the 2025 F1 World Championship. The four-time world champion claimed his fifth victory of the season and third win in the past four events, with a dominant performance at the United States Grand Prix to underline Red Bull's recent resurgence. Verstappen, who also won the sprint race in Austin, has increased the pressure on the McLaren drivers by closing the gap to championship leader Oscar Piastri to 40 points with 5 races remaining. The Dutchman took 25 points out of Piastri's advantage over the course of a stunning weekend in the United States. Having spent recent months effectively dismissing the notion that he could defend his driver's crown this year, Verstappen has now changed his stance. "Yeah, for sure, the chance is there," Verstappen declared after his latest win. "We just need to try and deliver these weekends until the end. We will try whatever we can. It's exciting and I'm very excited until the end." Verstappen added, "It was an unbelievable weekend for us. I knew the race would not be super straightforward. If you look at the whole race, the pace between myself and Lando was really close. In that first stint we made a difference. I could eke out a bit of a gap, and that was the gap until the end. It wasn't easy to manage the tyres in both of the stints. We kept it in the lead, and I'm incredibly proud of everyone to deliver a weekend like this." Verstappen has gained a total of 64 points on Piastri across the past 5 races, finishing on the podium at each of those events. Incredibly, Verstappen has scored as many points across that time as both McLaren drivers combined. Red Bull team. Principal Laurent Mekies is full of praise for his star driver. Max has been driving at an incredible level. We have to probably admit we are witnessing something quite extraordinary, and, altogether with the team, it has produced that turnaround, Mekies told Sky Sports F1. "They know what to do. It's a team that loves racing. We go racing taking risks. They have always gone racing taking risks, and the focus and intensity is still on this weekend, on learning whatever we can still learn from this weekend and putting the best car down to Mexico. The rest will just be the consequence." On the other side, Red Bull likely owes Laurent Mekies a huge debt of gratitude, as his different approach on Friday significantly helped the team understand the RB21 better. Mekies employed a different technical approach and setup than before, ensuring the team wasn't so far behind on Friday. Max, who had been demotivated, was re-energized after his victory at the Nürburgring, and the entire crew seemed hungry for the title once again. No matter how Mekies managed it at Red Bull, the Frenchman deserves credit for rebuilding Red Bull. On the other side, Oscar Piastri believes the F1 title fight with teammate Lando Norris is far too close for McLaren to consider backing one driver, despite the growing threat from Max Verstappen. Piastri endured a difficult weekend at the Circuit of the Americas, finishing a distant 5th. The Australian's advantage over Norris in the Drivers' Championship has been reduced to 14 points with 5 rounds to go. Verstappen, who dominated both the sprint and Grand Prix, is now 40 points off the lead. The Dutchman's stunning run of form has put him back in contention to win this year's F1 Drivers' Championship. For the majority of the season, it has looked like either Piastri or Norris would emerge as world champion this year. While Verstappen is a serious threat, Piastri doesn't think McLaren should prioritise one driver. "I don't know. I don't think so," Piastri told Sky Sports. "We're still so incredibly tight, and we both have said we want an opportunity to try and fight for the championship because we deserve it. It's far too close to start picking one over the other." Piastri dismissed suggestions that his weekend fell apart due to a poor qualifying display after securing 6th on the grid. He admitted that he simply didn't have the pace in Austin. "It's very important wherever you go. I think today, race pace could have saved you, but I didn't really have that either," Piastri explained. "It's something I want to work on, obviously. I think qualifying still generally has been consistently good. There's obviously been highs at certain points. This weekend, apart from Baku, has been the first weekend where it's been a letdown. Even if it's been subpar before, it's still pretty good. Things to try and understand from this weekend, as it wasn't just related to qualifying. I think trying to work out why it didn't gel with the car this weekend is the first port of call, I guess. It was difficult to get into a rhythm at all. That's been the big difference to other circuits that we've been to, even more recently. Piastri has struggled in recent races. He crashed out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in what was the worst race of his F1 career to date. Piastri was overtaken by Norris on the opening lap of the Singapore GP, while in Austin, his pace was nowhere, spending most of the race fending off Mercedes' George Russell. 2009, F1 World Champion Jenson Button suggested that the pressure of the title battle may now be affecting Piastri. "The car's obviously not working for him either," Button said. "He hasn't forgotten how to drive. That's the thing. He will be driving around going, 'Why can't I drive this car like my teammate can, like I did before?' The pressure builds when things start going wrong, and you go in the slightly wrong direction on setup as well. It's difficult to find your way out of that. It's having the right people around you in that scenario. There's so much pressure, the most a driver will ever feel fighting for a championship in F1. What do you think? Write your opinion in the comments below.